So I'm back out here at the chicken coop. I didn't do anything with it last week. I had a little health problem I had to deal with, and luckily they got all that straightened out. I still need to paint this backside here, but I think today we're going to put the solar powered fans on. And up there is where I'm going to mount the solar panel. So we're going to go ahead and get that mounted and then get the fans running. So here we go. Alright, I got my solar panel up there. There's the wires for the fans. I'm going to run that wire through the top there. And I got these little wire brackets I'll staple across the beam across the top. Put the fans in. I'll get the fans to blow upwards towards the roof line. So when I cut this window in on the side over here, it'll suck in and then blow straight up through the roof and kind of create a jet and get the hot air out of there. So anyway, let me get all that strapped in. Alright, so there's one fan. There's the other fan. Now that I got them mounted up there, all I got to do is run that wire, connect those up, and it'll be nice and cool in here. Now, like I said, it's cooler in here, way cooler in here than it is outside, so it's kind of breezy anyway. Anyway, next thing you do is get the wiring hooked up. Alrighty. Well, there they are. Got them all hooked up, both of them up and running. You know what that is? That is just fantastic. Anyhow, it's already dropped the temperature in here a good 5 degrees, so it was definitely worth it. Now when the sun goes down, these will just simply shut off, so they don't run at night and bother the chickens, but during the day, they'll help keep the odor down, they'll help keep the heat down. Yep, you can see I do have a few holes up in the roof I still got to fix. I haven't got to that yet, but you can hear them slowing down. There's a cloud going over the top of the fans. That's kind of funny, or over top of the solar panels. So that's kind of funny. But when that cloud goes away, it'll kick back up. So neat. You hear them ramping up now. That is hysterical. All right. Right, getting a red tomato. Check it out. I got another one on the plant over there on the other side of the thing, but yep. Last year we got no tomatoes. Big old plant, but no tomatoes. This year, oh yeah, tomatoes. We're gonna have lots of them. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but we're gonna have them. So yay. Right there is our cantaloupe, and it's going big too. It's going down the side though. Probably going to overtake our sitting area like the watermelon did last year. Yep. But I like cantaloupe. Cantaloupe's yummy. So that's cool. All right. Once again, our blackberries are coming in.
Oh yeah. We're gonna have lots of blackberries. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with them all.
I've been rinsing them and freezing them in a freezer bag until we decide to get a bunch of them all together and make something.
I know we made a blackberry cobbler a while back. That was really good.
It was good.
I know we can put some of these in our smoothies.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely getting some blackberries this year. And look at this guy. He's just shooting right on out here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The leaves look different.
Now this is odd. So this orange tree hasn't been going. Like I said, it lost its leaves. And I'm not sure why, but for some reason, and I don't know why this is either, but dragonflies love this thing. It's like the 5th or 6th one I found, just sitting on the end of these oh, I can't even think of the name of it now. Just sitting there, just hanging out. But for the life of me, I cannot figure out why this thing just lost its leaves and fell off. Is it dead? Is it just dormant? Or what happened to it? It doesn't, the limbs don't feel like they're brittle. They don't feel like they can break off either. So I don't think it's dead. But I just don't know why all the leaves are gone. So that's a mystery. We got quite a bit of grapes this year going on. It's hard to see in these vines. We got all down in there, and all back over in here, and there's a bunch of them on the other side too. Yeah, there's quite a few grapes going on this year. Hopefully they'll ripen up and we'll get a use out of them this time. There's a whole bunch more over back down in here too. Down there, down in there. So yeah, if these do ripen up and we can use them, maybe we'll make some grape jelly out of them. That's cool. All right, there's my little raspberry patch. That one's getting quite tall. The one next to it's actually getting quite tall. Now, surprisingly, I have 2 more down here that I didn't know showed up. And I got that one's coming up. That one's coming up. That one on the end's just kind of hanging out down there. It's not really coming up great. But it's doing its thing. So, yeah. I don't know. I might get some raspberries this year. I don't know. This guy here is pretty tall. So, we'll see. I think it hurts these. All right, here's our cucumber plant. And we're getting some little cucumbers coming in. See that little guy there? Woohoo! Got quite a few of those little guys coming in. Look, there's another little guy there. Yeah. We're doing some pickling soon. Maybe we can use up some of our dill that we've been growing.
Cucumber water.
Cucumber water, there we go. I love cucumber water.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm out here in the backyard around my tomatoes. I'm getting some good tomatoes right now. I'll tell you what, it is hotter than blue blazes out here. I'm gonna trim this guy off right down here. Check it out. Last year I got none. This year, yeah, I'm getting some good old tomatoes. Yeah, so we got quite a few we're gonna pick up now. Tomatoes. Well, that onion over there went to seed. But this onion up here in the front, I think is about ready to pull. The tops are turning a little crispy. I don't know. I don't know if it's ready to pull or not. Well, I guess it is. It wasn't quite ready. Well, that's on me. But I'll use it. And look, right here, get a nice little pepper coming on. I should have got this one down in the dirt a little farther, though. I think that's why those tops are turning a little crispy on it. It's got a little bulb, so we'll use it. We'll cut up the shallots on it. scallops or whatever. But yeah, yay. All right, looks like I got a couple more tomatoes there ready to go. We'll get those out of there. Oh, that's a nice one there. This guy's kind of funky. He's half ripe and half not. Huh. Check that out. I guess maybe that's 2 tomatoes. One side's green and one side's not. That's never seen that before. Anyway, cool. At least we're getting some this year. This tomato plant here has gotten quite big, and I think I'm gonna have to put a little stand on it. I got some leftover bamboo, so I think I'm gonna make a little stand, just kind of get it up off the ground a little bit, because it is overtaking my other plant there. And I got to do it on the other side too, so this guy's a lot bigger than the rest of them. Alright, here's my little bamboo garden H, and I'm going to put that up underneath the vines, the tomato thing, or tomato plant over there. That'll keep them up off the ground, I think. I'll have to make a couple of them, but that'll keep the tomatoes from getting rotten. So let's get that finished. So I cut this bamboo off at an angle, like I did the last one. Instead of baling wire, I think I'm going to try to screw these together this time. And I'm just going to make a little, like, H. See if I can just drive this in the ground and just, you know, get the plants up off the ground. But, unfortunately, it started raining, so we'll have to wait and see what happens here. Well, there it is. It's got my plant up off the ground. It looks kind of decorative, and it works good. I'll have to do one to the other side too, because the plant on the other side is laying on the ground also. But yeah, simple. It's a good use of leftover bamboo if you happen to have some laying around in your yard. Anyway, I'm going to do the other side and then we'll move on to the next project. Alright, this is what we got out of our garden today. We got a couple of tomatoes, some parsley, we got an onion. Also back there in the back is some sweet bees honey. Now, my daughter has like 10 stores down in the Naples, Bonita Springs area in Florida. You can go to her website, sweetbees.com, and if you happen to be down in that area, you can stop in and get some honey from them. But anyway, last year I didn't get any tomatoes, and this year I'm going to get quite a few. It just goes to show, I mean, if you keep trying, you will get it. I'm not sure why I didn't get any last year. The plant grew great, but just didn't get anything to take. So anyway, that's what's going on here. All right. Last week I was down working on my boss's boat, and there's a bunch of seashells down there. I found these 6. They got a nice pastel color to them. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to take those home, clean them up, and then I'm going to coat them with some polyurethane and let them sit and just see how that comes out. I've never tried that before. I usually use fingernail polish coating, top coat, but this might be a little easier. So here we go. See how this does. We're going to let that sit, and I'll give it a second coat, and then I'll turn them over. But if they stay with that wet look like that, I like that a lot. It might be kind of hard to see in the camera, but it looks good from here. Let me see if I can tilt this forward a little bit. So yeah, if that wet look stays there, that'll look great. And a lot easier than trying to hand paint them. So anyway, we'll come back in a couple hours and see how that works out. Alright, I just put the second coat on, so once that dries, then we'll flip it over and do the back side, and those will look pretty good if they stay the way they are. I think they're going to look fantastic. So we'll just wait a little bit and see what happens. Alright,
well, there they are. They're all done, and they look fantastic. So that's a pretty neat way of doing shells. So, anyway, I think that's going to do it for us this week. Hope everybody has a great week, and thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. And this is Sweet Nana's Farm. Hope you have a great week.